Hello, you all. Hello, everyone. This is my Rose Jam Essentials. Okay, you all. This is a different topic. I'm not. I do some video cards in a minute. Divination. I'll do some video cards in a minute. These are my crystals right here. I'll put them up. Anyway, so today I want to talk to you all about. The word is called necromancy. Necromancy. Well, sometimes I can say the words, and sometimes they ain't ready to be said. So it's not ready to say it like this. But talking with the dead, y'all understand it that way? Talking with the dead. Y'all understand that out there? Y'all understand talking with the dead? Okay, listen, y'all. I have been talking to the dead since I had came out the womb. People think like one time I lost my twins. I think I told y'all on some of these videos once. I don't know where they at, but I put on here I lost my twins. I lost my twins and they died. I had showed them to my girlfriend one day and she was like, "Girl, you got a picture of your dead babies? They dead?" Yeah, they did, but they was mine. They was my children. They came out of me. They were my children. They did. But they came out of me. They're not here anymore, but they did. Them same two children, they still help me to this day. Them same two children that died, James and Jamie. Um, them same two children that's dead, my twins, they still help me to this day now. They still help me to this day now. People want to make dead and they talking to the dead. Oh my goodness, they talking to the dead. But seriously, how many of you all, some people who like go to tarot card readers or go to different readers and want to speak to the dead, or even if you don't go to tarot card readers, say for instance you like watch video games and it's about a lot of killing. I got some of my children anyway. To the fact they like to watch a lot of killing too. Some of them, they got to see blood. They got to see the blood draw. They got to see blood and killing. Anyway, even if you see that, it's still with the dead. It's still dealing with the dead. When the killing was gone, they dead. You will get more answers from the dead than you will in the life. I mean, don't get me wrong, because I want to stay here on earth, in the life. Don't get me wrong, Um, but the dead will show you more things than sometimes the living, And one of my children, my mom died 2 years ago. Is it with 2022? Yeah, it's been 2 years now. October the 9th, the day she was died on was the 9th. Oh my God. So that meant a lot to me. Well, it meant a lot to me. My mom meant a lot to me. But the day she died on, she was leaving me a message, even a clue behind the day she died. Wow. But she did tell the person she was with at the time, tell Cookie I'm not mad at her. Well, tell my daughter I'm not mad at her. You know. But I was mad that I wasn't there. I was hurt, and so I'm gonna turn this down because that's so irritating to me. I don't watch TV, y'all. I really don't watch TV. I don't even like. It's just irritating to me. I don't even like TV because I put all the commercials in between. I was so over that when I had got Comcast or internet or whatever it was, and then I can speed through it because I don't even have to watch none of that because I don't want to hear none of that. And they wiggle or rebel. That's just me. But anyway, so what else was I gonna ask or say? Oh, so my mom when she passed, one of my children had just told me this yesterday. I was like, what? She's been gone for 2 years and you just not telling me this? I did. My mom left me. I asked my mom a question. I asked my mom a question. She had told me when she was here in the life, she said, I wouldn't come to you. You don't listen to you hard headed anyway. You don't listen. I said, Ma, I do listen to you. What is wrong with you? Anyway, I asked her a question. She said, I did see my mom since she passed. I seen her when she passed. It was about a year later, but I was so excited. I cried. I was so excited when I seen her in the dream. But the dream was kind of weird. I was like, wait a minute, Mom, wait, is this you or is this a dream? What's to this dream? But I had to ask my spiritual advisor, uh, my Irish spiritual advisor, what was the dream, and she knew what the dream meant. Because my mom was a good thing, but she was very good with dreams and interpreting dreams. It just so happens one of my other children is very good with dreams, so she had to break it down the dream to me that my other child had told me about yesterday. So my mom had came to my other child, my youngest child, like right after she passed. I was like, and you tell me this 2 years now later? So one of my other children, because I like to decode stuff and get to the ways of decoding things. So, but my other child does this in another way of decoding also as well. But she does it with dreams, like my mom used to do with dreams. So I had to know what the dream meant, and I had asked my other child what did this dream meant, and I was so glad they explained it to me. Oh, I was so happy. I was thank you, mom. My mom, she's constantly getting she's giving me answers down here. When I don't understand something. And my ancestors, my ancestors say they proud of me. They want me to get to the next phase. And I was like, wait a minute, why do I have so many ancestors riding on my? I was like, wait a minute, because when I had went to the tarot card reader one time, this was a while back before I got back into cards myself. So when I went to the card reader one day, it was like all your ancestors they relying on you. I said, wait a minute, what they mean they all relying on me for? What you mean that? Wait, why they all relying on me? That's a heavy load to carry. Don't put so much pressure on me, ancestors. Wait a minute. I learned so much from all of my ancestors, and so but to know that they was all there rooting on me, that was so good to hear. And like when I tell y'all burn ancestor money, y'all be thinking the ancestors don't need no money on the other side, but they still do need money on the other side. Y'all keep thinking they don't need no money on the other side. They need money on the other side just as much as you need money on this side. So if you want some help, you can't get no help. You better start reaching out to your ancestors on the other side. Some of our family is just like they're dead. What? They're dead. They dead, yeah, but they were still here. What are you, cold? Is your heart? How Omarion say? Is your heart where your is your heart an ice box where your heart used to be? Something like that. Omarion say. Okay, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. They're all dead, but they was once here in the life. They were still here. Like, oh, they're dead. They're not here no more. Okay, you can't just throw these people away like it's nothing. You can't throw these people away like this. Now these people meant to us. I mean, come on now, come on. Um, um, um. So anyway, I say all that to say that just like a lot of people, they say we pray to Jesus. Okay, I'm not trying to be funny, you all. I promise you, I'm not trying to be funny. But I had just never believed in the Jesus thing since my mama took me to church way back then. She used to take us to church, and I looked around. I was like, okay. And even as a little kid, I was like, okay. So these people coming in here, and the pastor say, "Come as you are." So basically, he said he don't care. Come as you are, so they can make the church richer, and then give them the money. Child, that wasn't right to me. But that's just certain people who say, Jesus, Jesus. Nah, don't get me wrong now. I like Kanye West when he sing his Jesus songs, but he got meanings in it. And I like Yolanda Adams. Now the only one as far as Jesus songs I would listen to, I like Kurt Franklin too. um Stomp. But who was I gonna say? Now, the one and only, well, I can't say the one, I'm gonna say two, y'all. I'm gonna say two. I'm gonna say two. There was one way back then who her hymns touched me till today. I mean till today. And she not even alive no more, and that voice was so strong. That voice was so strong. Mahalia Jackson. The upper room. Mahalia Jackson. Ooh, my bones. Oof. My bones and just her name alone. Just oof. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about her. And the other one is okay. And of today, there's was it Meet the Browns? Tamala Maine. Tamala Maine. Tamala Maine. Tamala Maine is Meet the Browns. Tamala Maine's. Now I like her voice. I don't listen to all of her stuff, but I like her. I like her sincerity. I like her. She just speaks how she are, and she just speaks how she is, and I really like her. At first, before I did YouTube, I was like, oh, I don't want to talk about none of this stuff on here on YouTube. But then my spiritual advisor, we was talking like this, and my spiritual advisor, I really like my spiritual advisor so much. Um, we was pretty much the same wavelength, kind of like. Anyway, so sometimes I get distracted, and like I'm not gonna claim no AHAD or ADD or whatever they call it. I'm not claiming none of that. But sometimes I do get distracted, you know. But oh, she would say like, okay, just explain things in a way that you know how to explain. If people get you, they get you. If they don't get you, forget it. Then people are not for you. Them are not your audience, and that's just it. you know. So when she said it like that, I didn't worry about it no more because people they can use all them big grandiosity words, grandiosity, wanting something that's just for you, and you have, I have grandiosity, and it's just made for me. Yes, it should be made for you. It should be made for you, but everyone has a signature on this earth. Everyone has a signature on this a signature, like I just said, a signature step on this earth. Even when you go somewhere, you have a signature on this earth. You have left a print of you in different places. There is people who will remember you in different levels. I was talking with one of someone in my family when I said like, soon we won't be needing no cell phones, and why not? They have a lot of intelligence. Trust me, they very high intelligence, but they don't understand that part that we won't need a phone. We're not gonna need phones because even I know me at this where I'm at that we won't be needing no phones because we're gonna be communicating. What is it called? Telepathically and all other type of ways later. But some people is not there yet, so we got to slow some things down. You know. But so I thought I turned that off. I'm not gonna try to touch it now because this thing is just irritating to me. I don't want to miss my calls, but my other stuff. So I lost my train of thought when I did that. I lost my train of thought, y'all. Oh yeah, we're gonna be tele telepathically. We're gonna be telepathically talking to people later, if that makes any sense to you all. Y'all just remember what I said when we come back to this video when it do happen. Y'all may not get it now. Some of y'all like, what? What? We ain't need no cell phone. No, we don't. We ain't gonna need no cell phone, y'all. We ain't gonna need no cell phone. By the time 2038, we in 2022, 2038, we ain't gonna need no cell phone. We ain't gonna need no cell phone, y'all. Nobody ain't gonna need no cell phone. They said, but why? We ain't gonna need none. I probably won't even be here by that time. In 2020, 2022, 2038. Yeah. Yeah, I'll still be here. I had to think. I had to count in my head. Yeah, I would still be here. Yeah, I should. Hopefully, I don't know. I should be still. Hopefully, I should be still here. So anyway, so what I want to say to you all out there is, don't be afraid of the dead. People are so like think it's such a bad thing. You communicate with the dead. Wow, you speaking to the Ouija board? Yeah, I'm speaking to the Ouija board. You think I can get my? Before I met the one I had my twins by, the Ouija board told me the person's name. The Ouija board told me the person's name, who they was gonna be before they even got in my life. And I had a Mexican friend at the time, Mario. I'm never gonna forget him. I lost one of my sons, not the twins. I lost one of my sons, and so he would say he would tell me it's a different, y'all don't know, it's a different thing when you carrying children, because you're in two worlds at once. You are in two worlds at one time. So when I was carrying my son, it was the strangest thing. I mean, yeah, I felt like I was super smart, y'all. I mean, like, whoa, this child was super smart. But my friend, he was saying like this child was in a car accident and he's sent to help you. I was like, oh, okay. And my Mexican friend had told me that. I was like, oh, how did you know that? How did you know what my child is? So even back then, when I was younger, and at then he was married at a young age. Even back then, he was communicating with the dead. People communicate with the dead everywhere. Everywhere people communicate with the dead. This thing is so old, y'all. When people play video games, the dead. Um, you know, but you don't want to focus on the dead all the time, because so much to do here in the life, So that's what I want to come on here and speak to y'all today about. Ooh, y'all, I took my sewing out. I took my sewing out. My hair is okay, but yeah, I took my sewing out. I took my sewing out. It's too hot, y'all. It is too hot. It's too hot, y'all. You go outside, oh my goodness. Feel like an egg feel like an egg on the concrete. But that's what I had wanted to speak to you all today about. I gotta see how you do the necromancy. Necromancy. See, I can't even say the word. I speaking to the dead. Speaking to the dead. You know, speaking to the dead. Sometimes juice just too strong for me. Sometimes juice be so sweet, or either pops so sweet. I don't drink that often. Um, that's what I want to talk to you all today. Monroe's Jam Essentials. And I hope we don't be so dark and gloom, shall we? I know one of my children, when I told him I was in the hospital and I seen the person's foot got cut off. I told describe to them how the inside of their foot was like and looked. It was like, tell me more, Mom, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. It was excited to know about it, excited to know about it. But a lot of us down here in this flesh costume, in this avatar costume, we come down here to Earth School to learn what we need to learn. And if you don't learn it in this lifetime, you're going to come back and repeat it again in the next lifetime. In this lifetime, it took me many years for this. I promise you, it took me many years for this. My purpose on this lifetime, well, not my purpose, but my main thing down here this lifetime is so simple. It's like it's so simple this lifetime. What is it you not understanding? It was so simple because I like the dark stuff and the decoding stuff and all that type of stuff because I did it so many times and all my lifetimes I done passed it. Okay, I done passed the test. I done passed it so many times. I still try to draw it in because it's a part of me for so many lifetimes. But this time it's not really supposed to be about all this dark stuff. In this lifetime, I'm here. It's different for me. I know what my purpose is on this lifetime. It's for, and it's so simple. It's so simple what I'm supposed to do in this lifetime. You know. But so that's what I want to talk to y'all about. Rosebuds continue to bloom, and if you enjoy video games, that's a part of divination. Video games, shooting dead people in video games, it's a part of talking to the dead. If you do tarot card reading, divination, talking with the dead. If you scribe in the black mirror, talking to the dead. If you have a pendulum, which I have a pendulum too, talking to the dead. It's normal for me, really. Is one of my children was here, right? So I'm gonna tell y'all this on the computer. I'm telling y'all this now, so you can know, and I'm saying this out of my mouth. Okay, so I told one of my children. One of my children was here. So anyway, I was like, okay, so I'm on here on this computer here, but my computer over there, it moved by itself. It moved by itself. The whole keyboard just came out. Here you go. I was like, huh? So one of my children was sitting on the couch, and I was sitting on another couch. I was like, did you see that? Just like, yeah, I said, okay, I just want to make sure I'm not crazy. I want to make sure I'm not crazy, okay? I just want to make sure I see this, you see this, we both see this. It's like, yeah, I see it, Mom. I said, good. Because before, when I started seeing all this type of stuff, I would try to explain it to my mom, and she wouldn't understand what I was talking about. It's like, Mom, you said we were spiritual. I don't get it. What is it you're not understanding? We were surrounded. My family was surrounded all the time with prophets and people who was prophets. But as we got older and different stuff, people spread out, had their lives and different stuff like that. My main thing was like I had to make sure all of my children learned spiritual, the spiritual way, spiritual, not exactly, or you can call it elect eccentric ways. I wanted my children to learn essential ways. Like some people even when they pray to Jesus. I think I just said that in this video earlier. When they pray to Jesus, he was dead. Now he was dead. He's dead. Y'all still talking to the dead. I don't get it. What's the difference? What y'all not understanding? I don't get what y'all not understanding out there. Y'all still speaking to the dead. What y'all not getting? You're still speaking to the dead. And even Jesus, they said Jesus, he died and he rose on the third day. Jesus didn't even stay dead. But that's what people who know he didn't die, and people who think he died. So, it's some people who just they so Jesus fine. I just can't. I'm just like, I can't. I don't get it how I don't get it. I just don't get it sometimes. But I'm just gonna still my purpose and still my journey on my trip. This go round took me years to get here where I'm at now, and I am so grateful. Even though she was my best friend, my mom was my best friend. She was my best friend, you know. But I listened to a recording of her yesterday. One of my children threw all my other phones away by mistake, and all of her recordings I don't have anymore because I had them all Best Buy had helped me put all her recordings on my computer, but now I don't have none of them. But I still got a couple on my phone that I have now. I'm so grateful to listen to. So when I listened to her voice yesterday, my mother was a prophet, or she was a prophet. She was able to tell you things, and when she tell you them, you better remember them. And after she tell you, she don't remember anymore, and she'll forget. So you better either record it, write it down, or whatever. She would go to the planet. She would go to the planet Saturn, the Crystal City. I call it Crystal City. It is called Crystal City. Uh, that's what she called it too, the Crystal City. And Ashira went to the Crystal. Ashira goes to the Crystal City too a lot. So it's a planet that has their electronics is so much advanced than it is where we are at now. And they would describe it to me and describes it to me in details. So that's what I have to say. And like Q Reeves, he does regressions. All of this is just a part of your conscious, subconscious, on your conscious level, subconscious level. You just program different things in different ways, you know. And even if you read the Bible or any religion, they're still talking about the same thing in every religion. No matter how many languages you say, they're still talking about the same thing in every religion. So those Tahuti. And then there's archetypes. Archetypes. Okay, so that's what I want to talk to you today about. Your speaking with the dead. Some people call it necromancy. Whatever. I find a word and then put it up here, necromancy. But I'm just gonna say speaking to the dead, talking to the dead. I'm gonna say how I'm gonna say it, talking to the dead. Talking to the dead. People would pass, right? People would pass. My mom was the only one. She was the only one. She was the only one. She was the only one. Like, people would pass. I would see their bodies. I would see their bodies. I would see their bodies. I would see them. And nobody else would see them. But I would see them. Before they go where they have to go, I would see them for. I've been seeing since I was younger with since my older child was a younger, since she was a baby. I seen a man get on a bus and he wasn't really in his true form. I was like, what the heck is going on? What am I seeing? This man looked like a pure zombie. I was able to see things like, say, how come other people don't see this stuff what I can see? But it's not for other people. Some people can see what you can see, and some people can't see what you can see. um, I would see people with wings. I would see people with wings. I would see people that was half dead. Y'all don't understand. Just like Billy Carson, I forgot, he said synesthesia, where he can see people auras and he see colors. He see colors. I was able to see different people's spirits, y'all. Different people. Y'all don't understand. So, um, but it's normal. It's normal to me. It's a normal part of life to me. Normal to me. So I look for the stuff. I look for it. I look for it. I look for it, y'all. I look for it. I talk with some of my children, a couple of my children. They were like, anyway, I'm just glad none of them is into the Jesus, God. I mean, okay. All right, y'all. They don't understand when they say, greater is God that is in you than it is in the world. Okay, I'm going to have to let y'all go till next time. Have a great one. Thank you, Rosebuds.